It's finally here. After a long year of work designing it since March 24, we have our VICON app in our hands. And why is it so important? Because it's going to be a much more functional, much more versatile, much more intuitive. But above all, and this is what excites me, it's going to allow our little ones to handle it, request it, and use it better. Imagine your child pointing to your phone, to your tablet, and saying, VICON, because they know that's where their special moment is. That's real autonomy, that's functional communication. We've put our whole heart into this, so we trust you. Use it and tell us what you think, because in the end, you're the ones living it day by day. Second update that has me super excited, story videos for levels 1 to 12. Last year, we made histories from level 12 onwards for adjectives, adverbs, and they worked so well that we decided to take the risk and try them with the little ones, the ones that they take more difficulties in the development. Why are stories so powerful? Because stories are the perfect vehicle for guiding visual attention. When a child follows a story, their brain is doing cognitive gymnastics, anticipating, remembering, connecting, predicting. Neurologically, stories activate multiple brain areas simultaneously. Broca's area for language, temporary lobe for memory, and the prefrontal cortex for planning and sequencing. And for our children with communications difficulties, stories offer predictable structures in a world that often feels chaotic to them. Neurologically, stories activate multiple brain areas simultaneously. Broca's area for language, the temporal lobe for memory, and the prefrontal cortex for planning and sequencing. And for our children with communication difficulty, stories offer predictable structure in a world that often feels chaotic to them. It's like giving them an emotional and cognitive map. We're excited for you to use them and send us videos of how everything goes, because your little ones are going to be our best critics. And here comes our most interesting bet. Tapping videos. Why? Because we firmly believe that emotional regulation is the foundation, especially with children with communication difficulties, even non-verbal ones. The scientific foundation is that tapping combines bilateral tactile stimulation with positive affirmations. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, our calm mode, while affirmation creates new positive neural connections. Studies in neuroplasticity show that repetition of simple motor patterns along with positive verbal reinforcement can literally rewire the brain toward more regulated states. We've made a commitment to providing calm resources, emotional regulation resources for both the child and their entire environment. Because a regulated adult regulates better. I'm okay. I trust myself. These aren't just words. They are seeds we plant in the subconscious while the body calms down. And the best part, it works for the whole family. Because when dad does tapping, the child learns by imitation. It's contagious, but in the good way. We trust there will be lots of feedback about this, because this is new territory for everyone. Because we know you like to have everything at hand, we've created downloadable story materials. How can I use that, Cristina? First, we let them experiment with the stories freely. Let them watch, enjoy, connect emotionally with the story. After some moments of free stimulation, we download the material and start working more structured. Strategies. Narrative pause. Stop the story at key moments and count to 3. silence. Remember, this allows the child to process, anticipate, and feel the communication gap. Active reconstruction. Use the cards so the child reorders the sequence after watching the videos. Now that, and now what? This works on sequential memory and narrative comprehension. Protagonist personalization. Change the main character's name to the child's name. Now Maria is going to look for the lost ball. This increases identification and motivation. Sensory expansion. Add tactile elements related to the story. If it talks about textures, let them touch them. If it mentions sounds or a ball, let them reproduce them. Lift story. Recreate story scenes with real objects. This facilitates generalization of learning to everyday situations. A strategic question. Use the 3 magic questions. What happened? How did they feel? What will they do differently? This develops emotional understanding and problem solving. And finally, the tapping downloadables. Here you have the icon and the 4 basic movements. Why is it crucial to have it printed? Because emotional regulation can depend on having battery on your phone. It needs to be available 24/7, especially during crisis moments. How do I implement that? Same as with stories. First, we let them experiment with tapping freely, let them feel the movements, connect with the affirmation, and then with the PDF, we structure the practice. Which strategies? Anchoring routine. Associate each tapping with a specific moment of the day. I'm okay when waking up. I breathe and let go in transitions. I love and I'm loved before sleep. Mirror tapping. Do tapping in front of the child so they imitate. Mirror neurons activate and double the regulatory effect. Reverse emotional escalation. When you are detect emotional escalation, apply tapping immediately. Interrupt the pattern before it settles in. Preventive tapping. Before known challenging situations, doctor routine changes, apply preparatory tapping. Family tapping. Have the whole family do tapping together. Creates emotional cohesion and normalize self-regulation. Tactile visualization. Combine movements with mental images. My body is strong, while imagine being a superhero. Additional foundation. Tapping works on the principle of cardiac coherence. Rhythm movements synchronize heart rate with breathing, sending calm signals to the brain. Additionally, the bilateral of movements activates both brain hemispheres, facilitating emotional and cognitive integration. And this is just the beginning. Each of these updates come from your feedback, your real needs, from 25 years of experience converted into practical tools. The app because you ask for more accessibility, stories for little ones because you saw they worked with older children, tapping because we know emotional regulation is the foundation of all learning. The deep why, all of this is based on a simple but powerful principle. The brain learns better when it's regulated, connected, and motivated. Stories connect. Tapping regulates. The app motivates. We're not adding more work to your day. We're making the work you already done. We're making the work you already do more effective, more enjoyable, more sustainable. My request for this year, use everything. Experiment, make mistakes, discover, adjust, and above all, tell us about it because VICON grows with you, not without you. Remember, it's not about doing more things. It's about doing things with more intention, more connection, more enjoyment. And with these tools, you have everything you need. May you have a year full of a small, great achievement. And you know, we are here for whatever you need.